Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Midday Prime. I'm Gautam Roy. Over the next 1 hour, we'll bring you up to speed with all that's happening in the country and the world. Be it the Supreme Court's latest directive to tackle criminalisation of politics or the latest moves by the government to tackle the coronavirus menace in the country. But first, as always, our big news.
Headlines is sponsored by Wonder Cement. एक perfect शुरुआत.
The Supreme Court directs political parties to publish details of pending criminal cases against candidates and reasons why such a candidate is being fielded. The reasons should be based on qualification and merit and not just winnability. The top court also rejects Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case death row convict Viray Sharma's plea to peruse the president's recommendation rejecting his mercy petition. It also defers hearing the centre's plea, seeking separate execution of the 4 convicts to tomorrow. Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurates BIMSTEC conference on combating drug trafficking, says India has adopted a zero-tolerance policy towards narcotics. The country's narcotics control measures will be overhauled to stop drug trade completely. Day 2 of J&K visit of envoys from 25 countries sees them getting a security situation briefing by army officials in the Badami Bagh cantonment. The delegation has now flown into Jammu for further engagements. The group of ministers on tackling coronavirus outbreak in India meets to assess the situation. China reports record single-day rise of 242 coronavirus-related deaths on Wednesday, taking the total death toll past the 13,000 mark, even as Chinese officials say a new methodology has been adopted for counting infection cases. President Ramnath Kovind presents presidential colours to INS Shivaji in Lonavala, and speaking on the occasion, the president salutes the Indian Navy for ensuring safety of India's seas. Melania Trump thanks Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the India invitation. In a tweet, the US First Lady says she and President Donald Trump are excited about their India trip and to celebrate close Indo-US ties. And Union Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju announces first ever Khelo India Winter Games in Ladakh in the 3rd week of February and in Jammu and Kashmir in the 1st week of March.
Headlines was sponsored by Wonder Cement. एक perfect शुरुआत.
Well, it's being turned by a landmark judgment. The Supreme Court has directed political parties to upload on their website details of pending criminal cases against candidates contesting any election. Political parties will also have to specify reasons for selecting these candidates having pending criminal cases against them on their website and are mandated to publish details of pending criminal cases against these candidates even on social media platforms apart from newspaper publications. The reason for selection should also be based on qualification and merit and not just winnability. The court has ordered political parties to submit a report on compliance to the Election Commission within 72 hours of selecting candidates with pending criminal cases. If parties fail to comply with these directions on these candidates with pending criminal cases, the Election Commission shall bring it to the notice of the top court. The Supreme Court observed that there has been an alarming increase in criminalisation of politics in the last 4 general elections. It also issued the order in a contempt plea that said that the Election Commission has failed to act on the order of a 5-judge constitution bench on the 25th of September 2018. The bench had said that all political parties must put details of pending cases against their candidates on their websites.
Supreme Court had directed all the political parties to, first of all, they have to inform the Election Commission why they are giving ticket to the tainted people. Why? And if they are giving ticket to the tainted people, then they have to show the reason why, and then they have to publish these information within 48 hours on social media and Facebook, Twitter, within 48 hours in electronic media and print media, and within 72 hours to the Election Commission of India. And the failure of this direction will be treated as the Supreme Court, contempt of Supreme Court.
And UP Deputy Chief Minister Dinesh Sharma has said that the BJP was always against the increasing criminalisation and corruption in politics. He further said that the BJP will respect the top court's order.
सबसे पहली बात तो ये है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी हमेशा से अपराध और भ्रष्टाचार दो के खिलाफ रही है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हमेशा अपराधियों को राजनीतिक संरक्षण का विरोध किया है। तो ये स्वागत योग्य कदम है सुप्रीम कोर्ट का। मैं समझता हूँ कि पहले से ही इस आचरण का प्रयोग भारतीय जनता पार्टी करती आई है।
Well, to understand how this order came about, let's go across to my colleague Vikas Hathi for more on this. Vikas, just tell us, because the petition was about basically contempt of the 2018 order, how did the Supreme Court come to giving this sort of an order, a direction to political parties that they not only need to give out a list of the cases against these candidates that they put up in elections, that they need to give the reason for selection of candidate also, which cannot just be that the viability is great of this candidate. It should be either qualification and merit.
All right, Gautam. Most of these directions had already been issued by the Supreme Court in 2018 judgment, though two major additions have been put in this order. First is that you will have to inform the voter about each and every criminal case pending against your candidate and the reason behind selection of that particular candidate over other candidates. So it's a kind of step to ensure that voter takes a well-informed decision. So political party will not only have to inform about the pending criminal cases, but it will also inform the voters that why this particular candidate has been chosen for election. That direction was not in the Constitution Bench judgment. In the contempt petition, it was pointed out that despite the several directions by the court in different orders and the particular judgment of Constitution Bench, despite all those directions, decriminalization seems impossible, and because of that, court has done something unprecedented, and court has said that not only you tell about the criminal complaints, but also inform the voter about the selection of such kind of candidate. Now, a political party may say that these criminal cases are because of some political vendetta or they are politically motivated cases, but they will have to tell what case is politically motivated. If there are some serious cases pending against a candidate like of murder, right, dacoity and other heinous crimes, then the logic doesn't work there that these cases are politically motivated cases. So it's an attempt to put more transparency in the system, and that voter will be able to know about each and every detail of their candidate.
Okay, Vikas, thanks a lot for joining us. Let me bring in our guest now. Chakshi Roy is with us in our studio. He's outreach team head of PRS Legislative. Chakshi, just tell me, what is your view on this court order, considering organizations such as yours have been really bringing out the fact that criminalization in politics has been rising now to alarming proportions, really, as far as the current Lok Sabha is concerned?
Gautam, I think, when we look at today's Supreme Court judgment, we have to look at it in the context of what do political parties, stand for in a representative democracy like ours. Political parties have the important task of selecting candidates who you and I vote for. And that choice of candidates is limited for us. If the political party puts up a candidate, either we vote for that candidate or we, press the nota button.
Yes.
That choice becomes even more important in a democracy like ours, where the electoral system is first past the post system, wherein the winning candidate does not always get a majority of the votes. So somebody who gets 20% of the votes might also win an election.
Correct.
So the choice of candidates is central. Now, so far what has been happening is, to root out, criminal elements in our democracy, multiple attempts have been made. The law has been strengthened so that if somebody has been convicted in a case for more than 5-6 years, that person loses their seat. The law has been strengthened to ensure that if you are a candidate who is going to stand up for an election, you have to declare your criminal record. The fast track courts have been set up.
Correct.
But all these cases, all these attempts are to deal with the candidates themselves, right? The political parties which put these candidates have so far escaped.
So this is the first time that the onus is on political parties.
So this is the first time, absolutely. This is the first time that onus is on the political parties. In fact, in our constitution, I was mentioning earlier, in our constitution there is no mention of political parties till the time you come to the 10th schedule that deals with the anti-defection law. So possibly this is the first time that political parties will be asked to explain, or at least put in the public domain, the reasons for picking up candidates. And sometimes those reasons might be very justified, that the criminal complaints against the candidate that they have put up are more of political in nature. But at least as a voter, as
but is that even a criteria that will be considered? Because the criteria right now, it seems to be that you can say that this candidate is there because of his or her qualification or some other form of merit. You can't say that this candidate has criminal cases, but these are politically motivated.
No. What I was trying to say was, at least now the information is going to be out there as to what led to the choice of these candidates, and whether that choice was merit, educational qualifications, or whatever it is. I will now get to know as to why did the political party which is asking me for
and the merit
votes,
part is still not defined as such.
No, that's true. But there will be some kind of an explanation which will be provided, and that's, as a voter, that becomes necessary, that a political party is asking me for votes in the name of an individual. How is that individual come forth is something that will become clearer for the voter.
Right, we played out what the Uttar Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister had to say, but do you feel that the receptiveness of this order in the political community at large will be as positive as the one that we heard from Mr. Sharma there?
No, I think political parties on a number of forums before the Election Commission of India and other places have always championed the fact that they want a cleaner politics. They want lesser criminal elements in politics.
But Kathni and Karni ka fark is always
precisely, and I think what will happen after today's judgment would be that what political parties have been saying, they will now have to actually implement. So far there were no mechanisms to ensure that implementation of the things being spoken by political parties was there. This judgment will perhaps spur them into
look at the graph that we have there on the screen. We just had it there. 43% is what the figure had gone to people with criminal cases in 2019 in the Lok Sabha. That's the all-important graphic. I think that has what brought the Supreme Court really to say what it has and order what it has ordered today. Those are serious cases, how it's risen over the course of 3 elections. Go ahead, Chakru.
No, so I think when you said Kathni or Karni, now there is going to be some attempt at balancing the two out, that what you are saying versus what you are doing, is that equivalent or not, and what are you doing in an attempt to really help the system. So I hope that different political parties will take it in the spirit that the judgment has come in.
But do you feel that this order leaves some grey areas, some loopholes that political parties could take advantage of as well? Do you feel that this order might have been a little more specific?
Gautam, I think orders of courts, no matter how wide or how specific they become, they will always be open to interpretation. For me, it is the spirit with which this order has come out. This order is not a new order. It is actually stems from a contempt petition, because the order had actually come out in 2018. There was not enough follow-up by political parties on the 2018 order, because of which a contempt petition was filed, and now that this order has come out. I just hope it it is taken in the spirit in which the order has come out. And rather,
because the contempt petition was also about the Election Commission, that it issued certain order, but they didn't carry forward it in the manner that it should have for it to be completely effective. So now a bit of an onus on the Election Commission as well.
Absolutely, and I think perhaps this might have come as a little bit more of a stringent measure. But what it now will do is it will set the parameters for Election Commission as a regulator of elections, and political parties who are parties to that entire process them to become a little more, forthright, a little more forthcoming in what is their role in the process itself. Are they part of the problem set, or are they part of the solution set?
And you don't see any scope for people saying that this goes into that area of conflict between the judiciary and the legislature, namely the Supreme Court and the Parliament?
No, I think whatever these conversations, if these conversations come up, I think these will be healthy conversations to have, wherein we'll have to talk about the fact as to if this is a problem that we are trying to solve, at what end are we trying to solve it at? Are we trying to solve it at the retail end, which is looking at candidates themselves, or are we trying them to solve at a systemic level, which is at the political party level? And it also possibly sends a good signal for good candidates to come forth and say, hey, if you put me as a candidate, I have a clean track record, I'm a professional, I've been working in the area, put forth me as a candidate as an alternative to a candidate who might have a criminal record.
So the test case will now become the Bihar Assembly elections, won't they?
Absolutely. And the test case will become every election that comes, every by-election that comes, and we are a country of elections. There is an election happening in some part of the country at one time or the other. We've just had one election that is concluded, and there are many more to follow in the coming months.
Right. I remember this very memorable quote by one very senior politician from Bihar itself. He had been asked what kind of candidate will you be putting up against a known criminal face, and he said that hum baag ke aage bakri to nahi bandhenge, but I guess those days will have to be put behind by all political parties from now on. Let's hope that happens. Thanks a lot for joining us, Chakshu Roy. Okay, now moving on. Army officials on Thursday said that in fact they briefed the delegation of 25 foreign envoys visiting Jammu and Kashmir on the security situation in the valley. The 25-member delegation is on a 2-day visit since yesterday as part of a union government facilitation trip. The aim is to help the envoys make a first-hand assessment of the situation in Jammu and Kashmir since the revocation of Article 370 and 35A. The envoys were briefed about the security situation at Badami Bagh cantonment. The delegation later flew to Jammu for further engagements. They called on Chief Justice of J&K High Court as well. The group comprises envoys of Afghanistan, Austria, Bulgaria, Canada, Czech Republic, Denmark, Dominican Republic, the European Union, France, Germany, Republic of Guinea, Hungary, Italy and Kenya. Envoys from Kyrgyzstan, Mexico, Namibia, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Poland, Rwanda, Slovakia, Tajikistan, Uganda and Uzbekistan are also part of this delegation. Now this is the second batch of foreign envoys visiting the Union Territory in the last 1 month. Now listen in to some reactions from the envoys and the diplomats who've been coming in to visit J&K in this trip.
So it's great to come to Kashmir, which is called the paradise on earth. Very good to see actually the hospitable or Mehman Nawaz people of Kashmir. I mean, you could see people doing their businesses, running their businesses. I could see kids, going to schools as well. Shops open, so it's very good to see the situation getting normalized. They want the economy to be revived and to be improved.
Well, at least what we've seen seems like we are in the process of becoming a normal society. We see traffic, we see commerce open, we see people trying in the streets. So we hope that in the future the internet can go back, the banking can go back, and a lot of the things that some of the people are hoping that brings total normalcy to their day-to-day will be seen in the future.
Very, very important region of India, very strategic, a very, very beautiful part of India. All they want is to develop this area. They want development, they want to show the culture here, and I am much, much buoyed by this. I feel happy, and my spirits have been raised.
It's important to come here. You can't have a dialogue about Kashmiri issues if you have not listened to various sources, what kind of views they have, what kind of expectations they have. I would like to come back and enjoy the hospitality. I think it's important to engage with a lot of people.
Let's now take you across to my colleague Rabah Tyagi, who's there in Srinagar and has been tracking till the time that these envoys and diplomats were in the Kashmir part of the Union Territory. Now they're of course in Jammu. Now, what can you tell us about their trip in terms of how satisfied with not only what they saw, but the manner that they were taken through the entire area?
Yes, Gautam, the way they are explaining their experience over there, and after reaching, they took that Shikara ride in open, and they met with different delegations from all walks of life. Farmers were there. Sarpanchs were there, some traders were there, and students were there. Youth representatives were there, NGOs were there, and female journalists were there, and a part of a section of journalists was also there, and they talked to them regarding different aspects, that how they are satisfied with the situation right now, what do they want, and the steps those are being taken by government, how do they see those steps, and what is the real situation in Kashmir, what is the ground reality. So they experienced themselves, they met with GOC Chinar Corps, and they reviewed the security situation also, and they made them aware that how in these 5 months all the law and order situation have been maintained, and there is no collateral damage, and the terrorists are being killed, and all the, whether it is administration or security forces or government, all are on alert, and they are doing all the efforts to come to satisfy the common man, and to provide them those kind of facilities, those kind of things which is set by government, and they were unprivileged since long due to corruption and due to nepotism and due to wrong political system. So now they themselves, they are assessing the situation. They have their own views, and the way they are saying that Kashmir is they like hospitality, and they said in Urdu that Mehman Nawazi is they are impressed by that Mehman Nawazi, and they want to come back to Kashmir again and again. So it is very important in front of world community if foreign tourists come here in large numbers. So it will boost the economy, it will boost the tourism over here, and in the coming months investor summit will be held. So it is a better place for investment, and global investors will come here, and it will become a business hub, and it will open up different job opportunities for the youth. So keeping all these points in mind, it is a very important visit, and very important their views also, what they are telling now.
Okay, great. That sounds great that they have come away with a very good impression of how things have been taken forward from the time the revocation was done on Article 370 and 35A, and the kind of situation that prevails right now, the kind of access they had as well, meeting a wide variety of people, different voices from the region. I'm sure it augurs well for the future of Jammu and Kashmir as well, because it links up to further development of the economy, to people coming in, investors coming in as well. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment, Rama Tyagi. Okay, now the Union Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, Jitendra Singh, today addressed a groundbreaking ceremony of AIMS in Jammu. And speaking on the occasion, the minister said that with the help of the government, the state of Jammu and Kashmir, in fact the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, now has 2 AIMS, one already existing in Srinagar and one newly built in Jammu.
मुझे वही बात याद है कि जब एम्स की मांग यहाँ से उठी थी लगभग 4 वर्ष पूर्व, तो सब असमंजस में थे, क्योंकि किसी प्रदेश में एक से अधिक एम्स आमतौर पर देने की प्रथा नहीं थी, प्रैक्टिस नहीं थी। आखिरकार जब हमने मोदी जी के आगे बात रखी तो उन्होंने एक ही वाक्य में इसका समाधान दे दिया। उन्होंने कहा कि मैं तो जानता हूँ उस क्षेत्र को, यदि श्रीनगर में आपने दिया है तो जम्मू में तो देना ही पड़ेगा, वो लोग संवेदनशील हैं। और बस एक पल में हमें जम्मू कश्मीर में एक दूसरा एम्स हासिल हुआ।
Dr. Jitendra Singh also said that the central government is putting efforts to make Jammu and Kashmir a progressive union territory in all aspects, in like others in the country.
दिल्ली में एक ऐसी सरकार बैठी है श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, जिसने ये संकल्प किया हुआ है कि जम्मू कश्मीर के साथ और जम्मू क्षेत्र के साथ जो गुजरे वक्त में जो कुताहियां हुई, जो अन्याय हुआ, उसका हमने भरपाई करनी है। और उसे विकसित क्षेत्रों की स्तर पर लाकर के खड़ा करना, ये हमारी संकल्प से सिद्धि की यात्रा का उद्देश्य रहेगा, लक्ष्य रहेगा। और मोदी जी बार बार कहते आ रहे हैं पिछले कुछ सप्ताह से कि जिस प्रकार से हमने पूर्वोत्तर को, नॉर्थ ईस्ट को फोकस दिया, इसी प्रकार जम्मू कश्मीर एवं लद्दाख को भी दिया जाएगा।
Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare Dr. Harshwardhan held a meeting with a group of ministers on the status of the novel coronavirus outbreak in the country in New Delhi. The GOM reviewed the current status and actions for prevention and management of novel coronavirus COVID-19 as it's now called. A presentation on the status of COVID-19 was made at the GOM. The members were also apprised of the current status of the 3 cases reported positive from Kerala. The preventive steps and measures taken for management of COVID-19 disease in India were also presented, which included information about travel advisories regarding temporary suspension of visa for all travellers from China. The group of ministers was also informed about the 2 quarantine centres having 645 persons evacuated from Wuhan. The camps are being maintained by the armed forces and ITBP. All inhabitants are medically examined on a daily basis. The GOM was apprised that all the evacuees have tested negative of COVID-19 so far. In addition, the GOM was also briefed that as of today, a total of 2,315 flights have been screened, covering a total of almost 2.5 lakh flyers.
भारत सरकार, स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय और प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के निर्देश पर हम सब लोगों ने और पूरी तरह से हर डिपार्टमेंट, चाहे वो होम डिपार्टमेंट हो, आईटीबीटी हो, सभी लोग मिल करके काम कर रहे हैं और एक दूसरे को जो भी परस्पर सहयोग हो सकता है वो कर रहे हैं। स्वास्थ्य विभाग लगातार, और जो हमारी टेस्टिंग लेबोरेटरी है, हमारे सभी प्रकार के लेबोरेटरी में जो संसाधन है, हम उसको टेस्ट करके और सारे फाइंडिंग्स हम दे रहे हैं। हम वार एगेंस्ट जो वायरस के खिलाफ युद्ध हमारा काफ़ी कामयाब हो रहा है। सब लोग मिलके और इसको एक चुनौती के रूप में हमने प्रधानमंत्री जी के निर्देश पर सभी तरफ से सजग है।
Clearly, it's so far so good as far as India's measures to counter the coronavirus outbreak are concerned. Let's go across to Jitendra Singh, my colleague, over the phone line for more on this, tracking all the developments at the Health Ministry level. Jitendra, these measures that have been put in place and all the other steps that have been taken to keep those who might have had the virus who came in from China, keep them sequestered, all proving to be pretty effective so far. Does the government feel that any other measures are required, or the ones that have already been taken just need to be persisted with the complete careful attitude towards them?
देखिए गौतम, सरकार की तरफ से सभी जरूरी कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं कोरोना वायरस को लेकर के, जितने भी नियंत्रण के जो कदम है। इसके अलावा आज जो ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर की मीटिंग है, उसमें ये दूसरी मीटिंग थी। प्रधानमंत्री के निर्देश पे ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर का गठन किया गया था। उसके बाद दूसरी मीटिंग थी जिसमें तमाम अब तक जितने भी कदम उठाए गए हैं, जो भी स्टेप उठाए गए, उनकी समीक्षा की गई और उसके बाद कुछ निर्देश भी दिए गए। यहाँ से बताया गया कि कुछ टीम को भेजी जाएगी उन राज्यों में जो बॉर्डर इलाके हैं या जो राज्य जैसे केरला हुआ या साउथ के जो ऐसे राज्य हैं वहां पर, ताकि जो भी कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं वहां पे राज्य सरकार को मदद की क्या जरूरत है, वहां पे एक टीम भेजने की बात हुई है। इसके अलावा जो भी पैसेंजर वुहान से आए हैं उनके जो टेस्ट है वो निगेटिव आए हैं, उनका भी लगभग इंक्यूबेशन पीरियड करीब करीब पूरा होने वाला है, तो उनको कैसे उनके घर भेजा जाए, इसको लेकर के बातचीत हो रही है। इसके अलावा जो 3 पेशेंट जो पॉजिटिव थे केरल में, उनके रिपोर्ट निगेटिव आ गए और कल एक जो मरीज थे उनको पूरी तरीके से स्वस्थ हो गए और उनको अस्पताल से छुट्टी मिल गई है। और इसके अलावा जो बॉर्डर इलाके हैं, जो नेपाल से सटे हुए इलाके हैं, उन राज्यों से लगातार स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय संपर्क में है। स्वास्थ्य सचिव प्रतिदिन वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग से उन राज्यों की तैयारियों की जायजा लेती है और समीक्षा करती है। तो इस तरह से सरकार, केंद्र सरकार खासतौर पे लगातार इस पे नजर रखी हुई है। जितने भी 21 एयरपोर्ट हैं उनके ऊपर सर्विलांस रखा गया। 2 लाख से अधिक पैसेंजर की अब तक स्क्रीनिंग की जा चुकी है। गौतम,
Update, so measures proving to be pretty effective so far, and the government showing total vigilance on the coronavirus front. Okay, now a passenger on board a Bangkok-Delhi flight was quarantined on Thursday after he was suspected of having contracted the novel coronavirus. That's what SpiceJet is saying. The passenger was quarantined by the airport health organization after the plane landed in Delhi. Let me go across to Arun Sharma, my colleague, for more on this. Arun, just give us an update as to what is the latest as far as this latest suspected case of coronavirus in India is concerned.
Well, that's right. This news is just coming in, and as we know, this fact that this was a SpiceJet flight in the morning, which took off from Bangkok, and during the takeoff, I mean, it was suspected that this passenger who is sitting on the seat number 31F is primarily suspected of coronavirus because he was showing some kind of symptoms of flu and primarily coronavirus. So in that case, the crew members and of course the entire crew members of the SpiceJet, they decided to shift this passenger or primarily, keep this entire row vacant. So this passenger was sitting alone on this row number 31 and the seat number was 31F. So in that context, primarily, a precautionary measure was taken by the crew members, and that's the reason this entire row was kept vacant. And because this passenger was showing some symptoms and signs of virus, so that's why this precautionary measure was taken. So the moment this passenger, primarily this flight, landed in Delhi, and after the thermal screening, because of the thermal screening is not 100% sure shot investigative measure whether the passenger or person is suffering from coronavirus or not, because it reads the body temperature. So yes, after the thermal screening that was done, he was showing some temperature change or delta in temperature, and that's the reason by the airports, the health organization, this passenger was quarantined at the moment, and further procedures are being followed and adopted at the airport. But yes, there were some symptoms. We cannot say at this moment that whether this passenger is positive as far as the coronavirus is concerned. There were some symptoms and signs of coronavirus, and that's the reason this quarantine has been done with this passenger.
Got it. But do we know the nationality of this passenger, Arun, and where exactly he or she has been quarantined?
Well, that's right. As I said, the airline is keeping the identity of the passenger as of now. It's not really revealing the identity of the passenger as of now, because of the fact that if in case this passenger is found negative, so there can be repercussions on the airline side, and that's the reason no identity has been revealed by the airline side. But yes, this flight took off from Bangkok in the morning. So there are two reasons. This passenger either could be an Indian passenger or maybe a passenger who is a foreign passenger who is traveling from Bangkok to Delhi. But you notice that the DGCA in its earlier order has clearly said that no Chinese national or any person who has traveled China on or after on or before the 15th of January primarily will be allowed to land in Indian territory. So that's what DGCA has clearly said that. That means he is of course not a Chinese national, but yes, nationality and the gender and the details of the passenger has not been revealed by the airlines as of now. But and as of now, the passenger has been taken forward for the checkups and tests, which will be revealed soon by the health ministry only. But as of now, this passenger was quarantined, and it was made sure by the crew members that he is alone on the entire row of number 31, and he was sitting alone on that row, and as of now he is quarantined, and further release will come by the health ministry only with respect to this passenger.
All right, Arun, thanks for joining us. I'm sure that all precautions were taken even before the quarantine was done, and let's hope that this passenger does not is not detected to be positive as far as the coronavirus is concerned. It's just a false alarm. Okay, and we'll get you updates on coronavirus spread across the world as well a little later on the show. Let's move on for the time being to other national updates. The Supreme Court has rejected the request of Nirbhaya case death row convict Vinay Sharma to peruse recommendations for rejection of his mercy plea. Sharma's counsel alleged in court that the Delhi Lieutenant Governor and its Home Minister had not signed the recommendation for rejection of his mercy plea. However, a bench of Justices R. Bhanumati, Ashok Bhushan and A.S. Bopanna perused the record and said that the LG and the Home Minister indeed signed the recommendation for rejection of his mercy petition. In another related matter, the top court deferred the hearing on the centre's plea seeking separate execution of the 4 convicts in the 2012 gang rape and murder case to Friday, that is tomorrow, and asked the convicts to file their counter replies by then. A bench of Justices R. Bhanumati, Ashok Bhushan and A.S. Bopanna appointed senior advocate Anjana Prakash as amicus curiae on Thursday to represent convict Pawan Kumar Gupta. The bench said it's deferring the hearing till this 2 p.m. tomorrow in the wake of a trial court order on Wednesday, which directed the District Legal Services Authority to provide Gupta's father with a list of its empaneled advocates to choose from to represent the convict. Gupta is the only convict who has not yet filed a curative petition, the last legal remedy available to a person which is decided in chamber. He also has the option of filing a mercy plea against a death sentence. It's still open for him.
आज 2 पिटीशन पेंडिंग थी निर्भया गैंगरेप केस में। 2 पिटीशन पेंडिंग थी। एक पिटीशन तो भारत सरकार और दिल्ली सरकार ने डाली थी जो दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट के फैसले के खिलाफ थी। उस पर थोड़ी सुनवाई होके वो कल के लिए एडजर्न हो गई है। कल उस पर 2 बजे सुनवाई होगी। और दूसरी पिटीशन जो मैंने विनय शर्मा की तरफ से दया याचिका के खिलाफ आर्टिकल 32 के तहत संविधान के भारत संविधान के 32 के तहत हमने डाली थी। इसमें जो मर्सी पिटीशन 48 घंटे के अंदर जो हमारी मर्सी पिटीशन डिसाइड की थी दिल्ली सरकार, गृह मंत्रालय, लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर ऑफ इंडिया और प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया चारों के द्वारा, उसके फैक्ट की तथ्य पे डाली मर्सी पिटीशन जो देश के महामहिम राष्ट्रपति के यहाँ भेजी गई, उस पिटीशन की रिकमेंडेशन पर मैं बहुत जिम्मेदारी के साथ कह रहा हूं कि दिल्ली सरकार के गृह मंत्री के हस्ताक्षर नहीं थे, लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर ऑफ इंडिया के हस्ताक्षर नहीं थे।
Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurated BIMSTEC Nations Conference on combating drug trafficking in the national capital. Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muneedaran was also present on the occasion. India is hosting the first ever BIMSTEC Nations Conference on the 13th and 14th of February. The Narcotics Control Bureau for Drug Law Enforcement has organized the 2-day conference. And speaking on the occasion, the Home Minister insisted on curbing drug trafficking and said, "We will not allow export-import of drugs from anywhere in the country or outside to come to India."
मैं आज आप सबको आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि हम दुनिया में से कहीं से भी भारत में मादक पदार्थों को आने भी नहीं देंगे और भारत से कहीं पर जाने भी नहीं देंगे। पूरी दुनिया में मादक पदार्थों की तस्करी को रोकने के लिए हम कृतनिश्चयी।
The Home Minister also said our agencies are constantly working and have increased their work to curb drug trafficking.
भारत में इस साल 2019 में अवैध हीरोइन की बरामदगी सितंबर के महीने तक पहले ही 2 मीट्रिक टन को पार कर गई है, जबकि पिछले वर्ष 2018 में पूरे वर्ष का आंकड़ा 1.2 मीट्रिक टन ही था। यह बताता है कि हमारी एजेंसियों ने कितनी मुस्तैदी से अपने काम को बढ़ाया है। अवैध हीरोइन को तस्करी के लिए तस्करों द्वारा हर कल्पनीय मार्गों और तरीकों का इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है।
A portion of a ram connecting the foot-over bridge between 2 platforms at Bhopal railway station has collapsed. The shed of the ram fell on passengers and injured 9 people who were standing under the structure. One of the injured persons was reported to be critical. The Bhopal Railway Division has ordered a high-level inquiry into the incident. The incident took place between platforms number 2 and 3 at the station around 9 in the morning.
अभी तक 9 लोग बताए गए घायल हुए हैं। जी किसी के डेथ की सूचना नहीं, अभी नहीं है कोई सूचना। हमारे डॉक्टर्स दोनों हमारे रेलवे हॉस्पिटल में कुछ पेशेंट्स को ले गए और कुछ सिविल हॉस्पिटल में ले गए हैं।
3 people were injured in a blast in a Lucknow court compound on Thursday afternoon. A lawyer present there on the spot has informed. Sanjeev Lodhi, Joint Secretary of the Lucknow Bar Association, claimed he was the target. The explosion took place in the Lucknow Collectorate in Harshwardhan near the District Magistrate's office and barely a kilometre from the Uttar Pradesh Vidhan Sabha. Scores of angry lawyers crowded the area following the incident. The Bar Council of Uttar Pradesh had asked bar associations to abstain from work to put pressure on the government to pass legislation to protect lawyers.
लगातार कल से महामंत्री जीतू यादव लखनऊ बार, सुधीर यादव, अन्नू यादव और उनके भाई राजन यादव अजय यादव का फोन आ रहा था, मुझे धमकियां दी जा रही थी। और आज 11:30 बजे मैं अपने चेम्बर के बाहर खड़ा था तो कम से कम 10 अज्ञात लड़के, जिसमें 3-4 लोग अजम एजाज और ऐसे लड़के थे जो यहाँ प्रैक्टिस नहीं करते हैं, यहाँ विधि व्यवसाय नहीं करते हैं, वो आए हैं। उन्होंने बम से हमला किया, 1 बम फटा है, 2 बम अभी पड़े हुए हैं।
Let's go across to Ramendra now in Lucknow for more on this. Ramendra, what can you tell us about this incident? What's the latest? What are the authorities saying? Who are the people behind this attack? कौन लोग हैं इसके पीछे?
देखिए, पुलिस जो आप बयान सुन रहे थे, पुलिस ने पहले ही कहा है कि ये आपस का मामला है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से बाहर में चुन के लोग आ रहे हैं उसको लेके थोड़ी गंभीर मंथन हुआ है कि बाहर में ऐसे लोग चुन के आ रहे हैं जो अपराधी हैं, आपराधिक प्रवृत्ति के लोग हैं। एक मुकदमे में किसी से विवाद हो जाता तो बम फिकवा दें, तो इसको लेकर के अभिभावकों को आपस में सोचना पड़ेगा, उनको बात करनी पड़ेगी। पुलिस ने तुरंत ही, पुलिस जो चौकी है नजदीक, तुरंत पहुंच गए और पूरे एरिया को खाली करा लिया। जो बम नहीं दगे हुए तो उनको रखा गया है। संजू लोधी ने बयान दिया है खुद कि जीतू यादव ने हमला कराया है। तो ये आपसी रंजिश का मामला था, लेकिन इतना गहमा गहमी थी, वकील भी नाराज थे कि जिस तरीके से कोर्ट में बमबाजी हो रही है, सिक्योरिटी का ध्यान नहीं रखा जा रहा है, जबकि सरकार लगातार कह रही थी कि 0 टॉलरेंस की नीति हमारे अपराधियों के खिलाफ। तो उसको लेकर के थोड़ा सा था, लेकिन पुलिस ने टेकल कर लिया और ये आपसी रंजिश का मामला पूरी तरीके से है। तो पहले थोड़ा सा भ्रम फैला था, वो खुल के साफ हो गया है कि आपसी रंजिश का मामला, और इसमें सुतली बम का उपयोग किया गया। 2 जिंदा बम मिले हैं और कुछ लोगों को चिन्हित कर लिया गया जिनकी गिरफ्तारी के लिए प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं। जो लोग वकील घायल हुए उनको इलाज के लिए भेज दिया गया है। पुलिस ने पूरे सीसीटीवी के फुटेज ले लिए हैं। इस तरीके से कार्रवाई आगे बढ़ गई है और ये पूरी घटना का ये था कि 2 पदाधिकारियों के बीच का विवाद था। गौतम
जी, रामेंद्र, लगता है त्वरित कार्रवाई हो रही है। उम्मीद करते हैं कि सुरक्षा की बंदोबस्त को भी चाक चौबंद पूरी तरह से और दुरुस्त किया जाएगा जितनी गुंजाइश है। थैंक्स फॉर जॉइनिंग अस फॉर द मोमेंट। Okay, moving on, President Ramnath Kovind today presented the President's colours to the INS Shivaji at a ceremony in Lonavala. The presentation of the colours or standards by the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces is an acknowledgement of the unit's meritorious service. Located in Pune's Lonavala area, INS Shivaji, commissioned as HMIS Shivaji in 1945, is a premier category A training establishment of the Indian Navy. And speaking on the occasion, the President saluted the bravery and courage of the Indian Navy for ensuring safety of India's seas.
राष्ट्रपति दिशाडाला राष्ट्रीय सॅल्यूट केलं जाईल. सर्वांना विनंती आहे की या सन्मानार्थ कृपया आपण राष्ट्रपति.
The Navy is India's chief instrument of its sea power. It is also the guardian of the nation's maritime interests, both military and civilian. The nation is proud of the Navy's commitment in protecting our maritime frontiers, securing our trade routes, and also extending a helping hand in times of civil emergencies.
The President also expressed hope that INS Shivaji will discharge its duties with great professionalism and competence in future as well.
The motto of INS Shivaji is Karmasu Kausalam. It means skill at work. It is indeed an apt motto. I am confident that INS Shivaji will continue to excel and grow in stature and accomplishments while discharging its role and responsibilities with professionalism and competence.
Prasar Bharati CEO Shashi Shekhar Vempati today addressed the gathering at India's Broadcast Engineering Society Expo. He said 10 years from now, Prasar Bharati will be more like YouTube and Amazon of the future with better equipped technologies and automated working environment.
When I look at our decadal vision, what will Prasar Bharati be 10 years from now? I think it would be less and less like Doordarshan and All India Radio of the past, and more like an Amazon, YouTube of the future. Because we will be increasingly operating out of the cloud, we will be increasingly using algorithms and software, we will be more and more automated, more and more IT enabled.
Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat initiative is working to increase interaction between two cultures. This initiative is integrating the diversity of the country and giving it superiority. In the Institute of Hotel Management, Chandigarh, we got to see something similar, where the culture of Dadra and Nagar Haveli was directly brought into that environment. Let us see how the cultures of Punjab and Dadra Nagar Haveli under one Bharat Shresth Bharat are intermingled, and this is showing unity in diversity in the country.
Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat is an initiative which connects the entire Indian culture with each other. It is one such initiative which creates harmony and develops this.
We're interrupting that broadcast to get you live across to a briefing by Union Food Processing Minister Harshwardhan Badar, who's talking about an organic food festival.
तो इस बच्चे को क्या खिलाऊं जिससे ये बच्चा हेल्दी होए, और नो मैटर जितनी भी हमारी उम्र है, अब भी उम्र, अब हम अपने बच्चों को क्या खाना चाहिए क्या नहीं खाना चाहिए. इट्स वेरी एन इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट ऑफ अ वुमन की फूड और हेल्थ. तो कहीं ना कहीं WCD मिनिस्ट्री और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज ने इसीलिए इकट्ठे होके दिस ऑर्गेनिक फेस्टिवल, क्योंकि आज दुनिया भर में वेलनेस की तरफ ध्यान दिया जा रहा है कि जो आप खाते हैं उससे आपके सेहत पे ही असर नहीं पड़ता, आपकी वेलबींग पे ही नहीं, लेकिन आपके हैप्पीनेस पे भी असर पड़ता है. So throughout the world, everybody is moving towards wellness foods, towards healthy food, and when you talk about healthy, automatically towards organic food, which is without pesticide, without all those chemicals and all which have harmful effects to the human body. Luckily for us, हिंदुस्तान में हमारे कई ऐसी जगह हैं जो नेचुरली ऑर्गेनिक है, जैसे सिक्किम हमारा फर्स्ट ऑर्गेनिक 100% ऑर्गेनिक स्टेट है. इसी तरह जो हमारी हिली एरियाज हैं, हमारे ट्राइबल एरियाज हैं, हमारे फॉरेस्ट हैं, we've got so many areas which are naturally organic. वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड में ऑर्गेनिक करने के लिए उनको अपनी कल्टीवेशन के तरीके चेंज करने पड़े, लेकिन हिंदुस्तान सेंचुरी से नेचुरली ऑर्गेनिक आ रहा है. सो वी हैव एन एडेड एडवांटेज. कहीं ना कहीं वी हैव forgotten about the importance of organic, and now because globally it is growing in such a rapid pace कि हिंदुस्तान में भी in our own country also people are moving towards healthy and wellness food, and that is why the ministry is now focusing that the future is going to be organic, which not only benefits farmers because it's better remuneration for them, but also as consumers जो हम रोज की जिंदगी में खाते हैं तो क्यों नहीं उसकी एक हेल्थियर ऑप्शन खाएं जिसमें हमें पता है कि कोई फर्टिलाइजर नहीं होगा, कोई केमिकल नहीं होएगा, कोई रंग नहीं होगा, कोई अडल्ट्रेशन नहीं होएगी. So which is why first time this ministry is holding this organic festival, which is a special focus on women entrepreneurs, and the whole agenda being कि organic देश में क्या उग रहा है, उसके साथ क्या प्रोसेसिंग की जा रही है, and क्या ऑप्शंस आपके पास हैं. So एक कंज्यूमर्स के लिए, इन लोगों के लिए जो पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, इनके लिए नए मार्केट्स मिलेंगे, मार्केट लिंकेजेस, नए बायर्स मिलेंगे, उनको एक नया प्लेटफॉर्म मिलेगा, और बहुत सारी यहाँ पे इंटरैक्टिव सेशंस होंगी जिसके बारे में वो सीख सकते हैं और मंत्रालय की स्कीम्स के राही अपना काम भी आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं. सो जैसे कहा दैट अब आज की डेट में जो देखा जाए हिंदुस्तान का ऑर्गेनिक मार्केट तकरीबन 27,000 करोड़ का है, लेकिन अगले 5 सालों में इसका एस्टिमेट लगाया जा रहा है कि ये 75,000 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा आगे बढ़ेगा. सो इट्स अ सेक्टर विच इज ग्रोइंग वेरी फास्ट, एंड इसी को और इनकरेज करने के लिए ताकि फार्मर्स को भी जो वो उगा रहे हैं उसमें से कुछ वो जैविक उगाएं ताकि उसकी 3 गुना 4 गुना ज्यादा उनको प्राइस मिलेगी. ऑर्गेनिक हम अपना एक्सपोर्ट भी करें क्योंकि दुनिया ऑर्गेनिक ढूंढ रही है, और इसी तरह कंज्यूमर्स भी अब और हेल्दी फूड्स की तरफ अपना ध्यान दें और क्या क्या अवेलेबल है इस हेल्दी फूड में. सो ऑर्गेनिक फूड फेस्टिवल जहां तकरीबन 10 स्टेट से 150 लोगों की पार्टिसिपेशन होएगी, बिकॉज इट्स द फर्स्ट टाइम दैट वी आर होल्डिंग दिस. एंड यहीं पे दे विल ऑल्सो बी not like a food street, but there will also be food which is cooked, organic produce which is cooked in healthy ways. So एक तरह आपको खरीदने को भी मिलेगा क्या अवेलेबिलिटी, और दूसरी तरफ आपको खाने को भी मिलेगा. So जैसे बताया 21, 22, 23 तारीख फरवरी के जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम में। आप ज़रूर वहाँ पे पहुँचिए और वहाँ पे लॉट्स ऑफ इंटरैक्टिव सेशन, कुकिंग सेशंस भी होंगे, B2B, B2G भी होगा। इट्स अ स्टार्ट एंड इसके साथ द आइडिया इज कि जहाँ हम विदेशों से लोगों को बुलाते हैं, हमारा अपना मार्केट इतना बड़ा है, अपने लोगों को एक प्लेटफॉर्म दिया जाए जहाँ वो भी अपना बिजनेस एक्सपैंड कर सके और नए मार्केट्स के साथ लिंक हो सके। सो आई इनवाइट ऑल ऑफ यू टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस, बट आई अपील टू ऑल ऑफ यू टू प्रमोट इट इन अ बिग वे, क्योंकि आज हम सब हेल्दी खाना चाहते हैं, कई बारी हमको मालूम नहीं कि कहाँ से ले और क्या मिलता भी है। सो इसको आप जितना प्रमोट करेंगे उतना ही आप देश की सेहत का फिट इंडिया बनाने के लिए आप बहुत बड़ा भला करेंगे। जी, states which have already confirmed their participation are Haryana, Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, UP, Kerala, Gujarat, Karnataka, Sikkim and Ladakh. These are confirmed, but I think every day new proposals are coming. So 10 states are confirmed, many more will come. And this we plan to hold hopefully every month, if not 6-7 times a month. It will be in different locations of India. गर्मी के मौसम में we will try and take it to some of the hilly states because perishable चीजें होती हैं, so मौसम का बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. And in these winter months we will have it in all the big metro cities, small metro cities. So इसका format होगा where everything is paid for and ready. People just have to come and participate, क्योंकि ये छोटे entrepreneurs हैं, तो इनका आने जाने का किराया, इनका रहना, इनकी participation, all this will be borne by the ministry. As we go bigger.
There you heard Harshwardhan, the Union Minister for Food Processing, talking about the country's first organic food festival that will be taking place at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in New Delhi between the 21st and the 23rd of February. And she said the future is organic. Everybody wants to have as much organic food as possible. It's essential that it becomes more and more popular. It will become more affordable that way as well. Our revenue will also go up because of that. And she said India has a natural advantage because a lot of our cultivable area has been organic right from the start. No fertilizers have been used ever over there. So that is an advantage that India has that perhaps very few countries in the world might have. And the market is massive. It's going to go up to 75,000 crore rupees in a few years from now. Right now it's about 27,000 crore rupees. Both the scope for exporting it to foreign countries is great, as well as increasing its consumption within the country. So everyone is invited. Okay, time now in Midday Prime to get you all the business and economic updates. And for all the business updates, we have Rukma.
Start off with bad news from the markets. Equity benchmarks Sensex and Nifty slipped into the negative zone in opening deals today, weighed down by disappointing macroeconomic data. The BSE gauge Sensex was trading lower by 51.28 points or 0.12% at 41,514.62 in early trade, while the NSE barometer Nifty was down 16.55 points or 0.14% at 12,184.65. Both key indices were in the red primarily due to emergence of selling in financial and auto stocks. In the crude oil markets, crude oil futures today fell by 2 rupees to 3,660 rupees per barrel after participants reduced positions, tracking weak spot demand. On the multi-commodity exchange, crude oil for February delivery dropped by 2 rupees to 3,660 rupees per barrel with a business volume of 28,202 lots. Crude oil for March delivery was quoting lower by 2 rupees or 0.05% at 3,689 rupees per barrel with an open interest of 1,224 lots. Analysts said the fall in crude oil futures was mostly due to trimming of positions by traders amid weak spot demand. And well, that's all we have time for in Business Prime today. Back to Gautam for the rest of Midday Prime.
Thank you, Rukma, and let's hope that markets turn better as we go along. And now let's take a look at what's making news across the globe as well. Well, the number of fatalities and new cases from China's coronavirus outbreak have been soaring, with 242 more deaths and nearly 15,000 extra patients in hard-hit Hubei province as authorities change their threshold for diagnosis. At least 1,355 people have now died nationwide and nearly 60,000 have been infected after Hubei's Health Commission reported the new numbers. Hubei's Health Commission confirmed another 14,840 new cases in the central province, where the outbreak emerged in December. The huge jump came as local officials said they were changing the way they diagnose COVID-19 cases. In a statement, the Hubei Health Commission said it would now include cases that were clinically diagnosed in its official toll. This means that lung imaging on suspected cases can be considered sufficient to diagnose the virus rather than the standard nucleic acid tests. Hubei Health Commission said the change would mean patients could get treatment as early as possible and be consistent with the classification used in other provinces. And the group of 140 Japanese nationals evacuated from China's Wuhan amid the coronavirus outbreak were released today after a little over 2 weeks in isolation. The returnees had been staying in the city for the last 12 days to be quarantined by medical officials. The Health Ministry said a total of 197 people who returned on the first chartered flight tested negative of the virus. The Health Ministry also said returnees on the second chartered aircraft, which arrived on the 30th of January, will also be free to return home if their latest test results, which are due in for today, also show negative. Local residents gathered to send off the returnees by holding up banners and messages with well-wishing messages. And that's all we could crack in Midday Prime, but we'll be tracking the developing stories of the day, particularly the coronavirus outbreak across the world. Stay tuned to DD News and DD India.